So I've been posting a lot of church content on YouTube, and I got a comment that I kind of was struck with. I expected to get lots of crazy comments about the church. I knew that was going to happen because our church is very controversial in the world in general. However, this one was filled with a lot of sources and kind of shocked me a little bit because normally a lot of people have a lot of random thoughts about what they've heard, but no one ever really has their set, here's this scripture, why it's wrong. So I was kind of thrown off a little bit, and I kind of was like, should I even go into it? I know that the church is true. I have a testimony of these things, but should I even test the waters of looking into what they're talking about? And my husband, sweet husband, is very inspired, and he was saying, of course, it's not that you are doubting the church. You just have questions. And living in a life where you aren't allowed to have questions, and you're just having this faith and being ignorant to looking into things and gaining a deeper understanding to know for yourself, is definitely not what the church stands for. The thing I love so much about this church, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, is that we are told to ask questions. Joseph Smith was curious about things, but he asked a question. He asked which church to join. And through that, this restored church has come to the latter days. And of course, some things are going to trigger us, and we have to dive deep into this gospel to gain a personal understanding, because you can't just live life without really diving in deep and understanding what you truly believe. You can't rely on any other person's testimony. You have to know for yourself. And if you have questions about the church, look into them, but also realize that you need to have that faith and trust in divine sources. If you're getting this from Wikipedia, come on, look into divine sources. Find out the truth for yourself. It'll all work out. This church is true. I know it's true. I have a lot of questions. I don't have any doubts. I'm wanting to add a little bit more. James 1:5-6 is what Joseph Smith read before he prayed. James 1:5 says, "If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God, that giveth to all men liberally and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him." That New Testament scripture is a very dear scripture to every Latter-day Saint member, because it is what started the question of which church to join, and it started the action of asking questions. We are taught to acquire spiritual knowledge and to ask. We need to have faith, seek divine sources, and look with an eternal perspective. I think a lot of times in the world, if it's not perfectly laid out for us in that specific moment, it must be wrong. However, we are taught that we must pray and ponder and try to seek personal revelation to understand truths of the gospel. So when this comment was given, originally I was afraid to ask questions about the gospel because I was worried I would get into some anti-negative church media, because there are a lot out there. However, questions are good. Doubts are not. I know fundamental truths about the Church of Jesus Christ through personal experiences in my life that have shown me the truth of this church. No one can take that away from me. All of these experiences over my 20 years of life have shown me the truth of this gospel. Though I might be confused about a few things and that I don't know everything, I am 20 years old, remember this? I still believe in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and I know of its truthfulness. And if you have questions, seek divine sources. Ask of God. Pray to know. Find the truth. Understand that the gospel of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints supports questions and supports finding truth for yourself and learning more and understanding the truthfulness of the gospel on a deeper level. I hope my experience with this specific comment and my worries help someone else that might be potentially holding back from going deeper and learning more about the church. If you need a really good talk to listen to help you understand some of your questions and feelings, one of my favorite talks, it's a BYU speech, I believe. It is Stand Forever by Lawrence E. Corbridge. Absolutely incredible. I quote it all the time. Definitely would recommend.